Okay, we're going to go over how to use the advanced search function when you're trying to manage your records. So first of all, we're going to log in. So scroll down to the bottom of the page and click login. You can also log in through the Nova Scotia Connect site, and it'll automatically redirect you to your management view. So I'm going to put in my username and password and click sign in. And now what we want to check out is the advanced search function, which you'll find in this menu bar here at the top. So when you click advanced search, it opens up tons of opportunity here for creating really specific search results. You can search by key terms or record numbers, different communities. You can search by locations and dates created. These options over here, you can hold control and select multiple options. There's all sorts of checkboxes and different ways to classify and organize your search results. So, but what I tend to use most is this section here where it has the list of record owners. This list shows provincially all the record owners, so you do have to do a bit of scrolling to find your own records if you're an agency. But it's a very convenient way to search because I can go to a specific group like Antigonish Town Recreation. And I can also do Antigonish County. I can hold control and get both. So if I wanted to see records from that whole area as opposed to just the ones owned by one group, I can do that grouping and then go down and click search. And then that will give me all of those records. And if I go back, you can also use the publications or the pub codes, the tags, so you can highlight. You can combine them again. So you can click Antigonish Town, and then active transportation. Click search and see what you get that has both of those. It's owned by Antigonish Town and also has those tags. Now, once you have some search results, so I'm just going to take this off and just search for all of the Antigonish Town records. So once we get a list here, I have a whole bunch of records. They have a total of 56. Lots of nice pictures. So I have this list of records here. And now if I don't see the information in this table that I'm looking for, I can always change my display options by clicking this highlighted link up here. Click change display options and it opens this little dialog box, this little window, and you can select all the different headings, and then you can organize it in, you can change from table format to list format. You can change how the results are ordered. Then over here, these are all the custom fields. So if you wanted to see, I wanted to add, say, contact information, I could hold control and select that, and then I could go down, hold control, select any of these, and they will, as long as you're holding control, they will, you can do multiple, and then that will change once you refresh. It'll change your search results. So once we have all the changes made that we want to make, we're going to click update display. Then you can set these settings, save these settings as your default if you want, but if you're not sure how you like your settings yet, you can just close the window, refresh the page, and it'll only stay this way for this one session. Then the next time you open your web browser, it'll be different. So I'm just going to close window and refresh the page. And when I refresh the page now, all the changes that I made, I took out the information section and the some other, I can't even remember what was up there before, but so now it looks very different. So we can go in again, change display options. And if I want those pictures and that information section back, I can scroll down and click information. And I can change the format from table to list. I'll do update display there, close the window, and refresh the page so you can see what that looks like. So now this is in the list format where it has the title here and then all the information below it and then the next. So it's a little bit different. It's not like a chart or table. Now there's one other thing here with changing display options that's very key, and it's the selecting checkbox option, which you can see here. So I have it selected, which is good. So I'm just going to close this. So here I have these checkboxes. So you can select records and take different actions on them using this drop-down menu up here. So I am going to change my display options actually and just go back to table format because I prefer using table format. You'll get different preferences as you play with the database. So now I'm going to go through and say I wanted to select this record, and this record. And then, oh, I don't want this one, but I want this one. So I'm going to scroll up now that I've selected a few records, and I can go to this drop-down menu here that says Action on Selected Records. So when I click that, there's all these options here. So I can send an email that has a list of just the records I've selected. I can print that list. I can send email updates to just those record holders of those records. You can make changes to the record like deleting or adding or removing publication codes and all sorts of different things. So then you click submit and on the next page, so let's just say I want to do an email update request for those records. I'm going to hit submit, and then it takes me to the next page where I hit next again, and then you get into the windows that help you perform that action. So that's a really neat feature. You can take bulk actions on large groups of records as opposed to going and opening them all one at a time. So now if you wanted to update a record, so say we're done with doing the check boxes and stuff, say I want to open up this Chisholm Park record and view that. So I always open it in a new tab, right click and open a new tab so I don't lose my search results. So now that I'm here, I can I can do updates and I can add publication codes and remove publication codes. So again, those are the tags, which you see down here at the very bottom of the page, blue highlighted little links. You can click those and see lists that are compiled based on those categories. So if we wanted to update this record, we would go to the action drop-down menu and click it, and then you can click update record and make any changes that you see fit and scroll all the way down to the bottom and click submit updates. If you don't click submit updates and you just navigate away from the page, you'll lose all your changes. So you make sure you hit submit updates. To add pub codes or change the pub codes, you again go to that action menu at the top of the record and then click update publications under classification. And then that will lead you here where you can go through the list of pub codes and you can select ones that are appropriate and add them. You can also delete ones that are on there that you don't like. One thing when you're updating records is try to leave out things that make the record go out of date too quickly. So like dates or schedules. Try to keep it easy to maintain by keeping that sort of information out, and you can link to that information on your Facebook page or website, something that you update more often, but with Connect it can sometimes tend to get away from us, so it's good to keep it easy to maintain. And to determine what records we use in Highland Connect or we have in the database, we're using the recreation lens. So anytime you question, should this record be part of our database, you can look at the recreation definition, think about it, see if you feel like it fits and if it's something that would benefit your community, and you can add it.